There's definitely a lot wrong with this movie, and there's a lot of good stuff about it. That it feels like they had someone that was homophobic on here, and then someone that wasn't, and they had to have to fight over what they wanted in the movie. It's really what it feels like. There's some mean-spirited stuff, there's some heartwarming moments, there's scenes that don't need to be in there. It's based off a true story, but a lot of this probably didn't happen. It's based off the real-life Stephen Russell, a multiple-time prison escapee, which is a big part of the movie. But they use slurs a lot. Jim Carrey says the F slur like 4 times during his awakening of realizing that, you know, he wants to be true to himself, which I thought was very stupid. Yes, you're playing a gay man, but no, you don't need to say the F slur 20,000 times. And then later there's some homophobia with a fellow inmate, Cleven. Though he does have a funny scene later on where he fights off all the guards just to let the 2 say gay people that he was, you know, making fun of listen to music. He gets the shit beat out of him for him because his word is his word. His word is bond. And he just kept repeating that while fighting off the guards, trying to play music for them because Philip wanted to dance with Steven. Oh, and then they also have the N-word dropped by a white man, hard R. And the only payoff is Jim Carrey calling him a fucking moron. That's literally it. He makes a racist joke, and then he ends it by saying the N-word. And Jim Carrey just kind of stops in shock, and then he mutters and calls him a fucking moron. That's it. We never see that guy again. It's never mentioned again. So, really, what was the point? For us to be shocked a white man said the N-word? Oh no, racism's still alive. I didn't know that. As if there isn't enough on that on the internet or in the real world. Definitely didn't realize racism was alive until this movie. But, yeah, it's pretty decent. They do love skimming over stuff for dramatic effect, though. Like, they don't mention anything about Jimmy until, like, later when he died, just so they can be like, well, Jimmy died of AIDS. So Jim Carrey is gonna pretend to die of AIDS to break Philip out of jail. And Philip goes along with it, but this ends up being Jim's final warning for some reason, even though we get a montage of him escaping prison, I think 3 or 4 times. And since this is based off a true story, I think he actually escaped that many times, somehow. Shows how good the government is. Anyway, he's able to fake being in NASA, he's able to fake being a lawyer. Not even, you know, once, like 6 fucking times, because he helps it to get Philip out of prison. He uses it later to get himself out of prison. He uses it when he's gonna get Philip out of prison again. He uses it to help one of Philip's friends to get her the house she wants or whatever. And how are you able to get in NASA that easy? But it's based off a true story, so gotta take it with a grain of salt. Maybe that's just one of the rare things that wasn't, but I think it is. Since near the end when they talk about how it's a true story, they're like his former boss, and then it's the CEO or whatever from NASA helped him get put in prison. But it's a decent movie. It's just mean-spirited and some stuff does not need to be added, but at times it's a really good movie. But, you know, still really not the best.